Hello, 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 and welcome back once again to another episode of Marvel Snap. And today we have a movement deck. Now, I don't see a lot of these things around, but movement decks are surprisingly good in the meta. I don't know what it is. I feel like a lot of people just get caught off guard by them. Now, I've created this movement deck here, a bit from my own creation, and I feel like it works pretty decently well. So, with this deck here, we're going to get into some of the most important cards that you will need. So, of course, we're going to go with some low pool cards here first. Like, you have your Kraven here. Very good card if you can move things to it. Can actually stack up to quite a lot of power. Another card you're going to want is Multiple Man. He's just one of the best movement cards you can get. Just makes more copies, fills out all your locations. It is very good. Other cards you're going to want is Cloak. Cloak just helps to move some of your cards. So, as you'll see with a lot of movement cards, they get major buffs from being moved, but they can't move without something to help move them. So this is where Cloak comes in handy. So another card you're going to want here is Doctor Strange to also help move those cards. Now, he only moves one card, he moves your highest power card. So that's when this next card is going to come into play. We have Hulkbuster. Hulkbuster is absolutely insane kind of movement decks. I don't really see him played in anything other than movement decks. But the reason we want to play Hulkbuster is so we can chuck him on cards like Human Torch, where we can get him to have extra power from being moved, because his power will get increased by 4. So instead of being doubling the power from 2 to 4, he'll get his power doubled from 6 to 12 on that first move. Or, if you don't get into your Human Torch, you can also buff your Vulture, so he's the one you'll grab with your Doctor Strange. Now, this is also a pretty powerful card to get buffed, so no matter what, it's always going to get that plus 5 power whenever this card moves. Now, we do have activations for stuff, so we also have cards like Iron Fist, who also helps move. Very cheap card, it's easy to slot stuff in. And we have Nightcrawler in this deck as well. What everyone who's watching this video should have Nightcrawler. And Nightcrawler is probably one of those cards you can take out of this deck. But the reason I run Nightcrawler in this deck is for this card here. And that is Miles Morales as Spider-Man. And the reason is I've only just added this card in with a bit of tampering, a bit of tweaking with this deck. And I felt like Miles Morales was better than Vision. I had Vision originally in this spot. But I feel like it's just nice to be able to cheat this card out early if you can. Now, the earliest you're most likely going to get cheated out is turn 3. But even if you don't play this card till turn 4 or 5, being a 1 cost 5 power is super flexible, especially in a movement deck. It's something that if you have, you're going to want to use. Now, for our last two cards here, let's start with our big movement card. It's Heimdall. We all know why Heimdall's good. Heimdall moves everything. That's going to buff all your movement cards up when they move. It's going to make extra copies of Multiple Man. It's going to buff Kraven up. Very good card. Pull 1 card as well. So it's nice to see these pull 1 cards still being really important in these types of decks. But the other card I've added in here is Doctor Doom. Now you're probably wondering why I added Doctor Doom into a movement deck. He doesn't move. He doesn't do a whole lot to kind of increase what this deck does. The reason I've added Doctor Doom in here is Hitmonkey's become a thing. Now, with Hitmonkey being a thing, there is a lot of Sandman going around. So when people play Sandman, usually they also play Doctor Doom, or they're playing like ongoing buff stuff. But with Doctor Doom, at least then you can attack each lane. You can put some power on each lane and hopefully try and limit what your opponent can do. This is more just a tech. You can slot Doctor Doom out for anything you want. If you have other movement tools like Dazzler or whatnot, that's an easy slot out for Doctor Doom. But I just like where Doctor Doom kind of sits. I like what he does in this deck. He might even come in for a few games to help. Most of the time, you don't really play Doctor Doom. You're going to prefer to move stuff. But it's important just to kind of have him there, at least I feel like, because he is such a good 6-drop. And the fact that these Doom bots will just go into other lanes is just important in today's kind of meta. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into a few games of this deck, and let's see how we travel with a kind of anti-meta deck. Okay, so we don't really like Dark Dimension. Dark Dimension is nice, but we do have Human Torch. Human Torch is one of those cards that we're actually really happy to have on turn 1. So, that's really bad. That is an actual awful location. Because, yeah, cards can't be added there. So I'm just trying to think here. What would be the best thing now? Because we can't move Human Torch over the next turn. Do we still play Cloak here just to get some power into the miniaturized lab? I think we do. I think we're just going to play this here. Yeah, they've contested. There's no way they have more power. No. They have Zabu there. Yeah, so we can't move anything. It looks a bit funny there with the text. So, yeah, we don't mind getting these rocks into the deck. We're just going to play Vulture there. We do have a Heimdall there, what's nice. So, Miles Morales here is probably not going to be super influential. We're probably still going to play him next turn, see anything I really have. Yeah, 100%. So, we're just going to drop Miles over here into the left lane. Again, this is really unfortunate. We got some awful locations to start off with. That is the worst thing about this deck I forgot to mention, is the locations ought to really stuff you up here. It's not more other decks I found to be an issue. It's quite literally the locations. So yeah, here we have Kraven. Can't really see that being much of a thing. Is it really worth playing the Rock? No. If we could play the Rock into Miniaturized Lab, then yeah, it would be alright for the Kraven, but he's only going to get revealed because of Dark Dimension. So yeah, I honestly think here we're going to lose this right lane over here. We're going to play Heimdall there. Or would it be better here just to play Heimdall middle? Buff the power up there. Push that over there. Hopefully this is enough. Or do we play Heimdall here? Heimdall there might be the better option. Because what? This will be 4. This will be 8. That's going to come over here. So it's going to end up being... You know what? 8. And 12. 16. 21. So 21 there plus 8. Plus 4. I'm going to say that's what we're going to go with. I feel like they actually go on there. Okay, that's ended up being bad. Oh well.
I am
again
Iron Man.
Yeah, so we're going to lose this location, unfortunately. Would it have made a difference playing Heimdall there? Yeah, it would have in the end, wouldn't it? Would have tied. I think it would have just been a draw in general. Oh. Yeah, unfortunate locations there kind of stuffed us up, but that is your biggest downside of the deck is really locations. So yeah, if I'd played Heimdall middle there, I honestly thought he might have gone Dark Dimension to contest. But yeah, no, fair play to him. He went to Miniaturized Lab. I guess we'll move on to the next one. Okay, Shadowlands is not something that we want to see. Unfortunately, not to get a 1-drop here, but we can just chuck Kraven over to the left lane afterwards. Murder World is absolutely gross. We do not like to see Murder World at all. Running a Colossus. So this is either an ongoing deck or maybe a lockdown deck. There don't have any good plays here. So what we could do here is move Kraven over here, activate that Miles Morales, and then just play a Cloak next turn with a Miles Morales. So yeah, unfortunately for him, he has got Wolverine.
Enough said, bub.
Alright. Okay, so we're definitely going to want to play Miles Morales here. And probably a Cloak. Now, I feel like Cloak into left lane's probably better than into middle. Because what we can do then is we can move Kraven back over to the left. Move Kraven back over to the left. And maybe Miles. So we're always moving Kraven over here to the left. I think we play Human Torch. And probably also Multiple Man. Now, do we move Miles? I think we do move Miles, actually. We might hold off on the Miles. Now, hear me out here. I'm thinking here, do we just play Heimdall over there? Because Craven will go back down to 2. We play Heimdall, it's 4. But we play Miles there, it's 5 plus 4. So what's better? 10, 9. Yeah, I feel like we just play Heimdall into the left, move everything into Murder World. It's technically more power next turn. Or is Doctor Doom better play here? They're armoring there. Okay, yeah, they're definitely a lockdown deck. So if we do move everything, we have to make sure we're getting more power here. So maybe it is now better just to play Heimdall here. Because they're going to drop Destroyer here. Either here or to the left. That's the real question here. They drop him to the left. Whatever happens here, probably drop him to the left now if I think about it. We can't win right, no matter what. Right's always out of the question. Can we win? So the thing is, if he drops left here, he loses both these 2 cards. He'll keep Colossus. I think he just plays left here. I honestly think we do lose this match as well. So we will just see what happens here. Because, yeah, I don't think he'll play middle. Middle will be a bad play. He's going to lose the Warpath buff. He plays to the right. He gets rid of the Ninja. Gets rid of Nova. Was going to buff everything up. Colossus will live no matter what. I think that's it. So, we'll win middle no matter what here, from what I can tell. Yeah, here comes a Destroyer. We don't have enough to contest it. Oh, Professor X. He must have had the Destroyer. Alright, fair enough.
Victory.
We'll take that. I'm shocked there. Yeah, so I honestly would have thought that he would have had the Destroyer there. Because if he had the Destroyer, yeah, we were out. But yeah, that's not too bad. So yeah, being able to shift all that power from the right over to the left, or into the middle really, that's what's kind of really saved us there. And also him not having Destroyer was really important there. So yeah, we'll take that. Good win. That's a good first kind of win here for the movement deck to show it off for you all. Alright, that's a pretty decent opening hand. So we're just going to play Nightcrawler here in the middle. We're going to move Nightcrawler to the left anyway into the Baxter's building. But that means turn 3, we can cheat out a Miles Morales really early. So that's the whole point of Nightcrawler right there. Also the fact he is just a decent 1-drop. I still stand by that from all those months ago when I made that video ranking like the pool 1 cards. I still think, yeah, this is a really good card. Alright, so we're playing a Thanos deck. Well, we're definitely... Yeah, we're definitely moving that now. So the real thing is now... I think we're going to play Human Torch now instead of Cloak. Without drawing Human Torch, I would have just played Cloak normally. But I think it's important here. Now, because turn 3, we can play Spider-Man.
This land can
That's awful, but yeah, we can play Spider-Man now in Cloak. Sure, we'll both snap. I'm feeling decently confident about this. What's he going to do with movement stuff? I'm just going to get a bunch of stones now, maybe a Thanos. So yeah. Magneto might even be a decent play. Well, honestly. Got Lockjaw, Space Stone. So he still pulls stuff out of his own deck with Lockjaw. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, we're not going to play... Yeah, I don't think we really care about playing this card here, because it's going to end up buffing our deck what he draws from. That'll put the Power Stone back in. Captain Marvel. Alright. Cosmo. So having a Cosmo here is pretty funny. That's a fun card to play with. So we're just going to Cosmo here into the Weird World. Because he's going to place me there. And we have advantage. So hopefully if he plays some amazing kind of on-reveal effect here, we can kind of counter it out with this Cosmo. So he has played something. Played Craven. Played Vulture. Yeah, he's played nothing there. Fair enough. And Devil Dine's got the ongoing effect. So... what, 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, I think we honestly just play Magneto here, because there's no point in really pushing anything to the right. We can Magneto here into the middle. What could he possibly play here? Thanos? The only issue with it is the fact that he's going to play something there too, most likely. Or he could play into the Baxter's building. That might even be a smart option for him, is to play Baxter's building. So again, with a Weird World deck, this is pretty funny. But let's just give it a go. I have no idea what's going to happen here, but we'll play Magneto. Oh, that might be really big. Hold up. Okay, so I now lose that location. Yeah, I've lost. Fair enough. That's pretty funny. I'll give that. That was funny. God damn it, Weird World. So I don't know if this shows you, but my deck was superior. It won. I just couldn't play my deck. So I guess I take that as a win. I don't know. Anyway, we will get on to the next one. Another game of Baxter's building. Fair enough. So we're going to chop Iron Fist turn 1 into a Human Torch on turn 2. So the thing is, I think with this, what we're going to really want to do here, we're going to Human Torch into the right, followed up by a Cloak on turn 3 into Baxter's World. So on turn 4, we can again move the Human Torch. Yeah, I actually do like this play. So we're going to Cloak here. That's fine. So we got a Human Torch here. Then we're going to Doctor Strange. So first of all, Human Torch moves to the Cloak, get the buff there, puts him to 8. Doctor Strange moves him back over to the right. So this should end up being quite a bit of power. Venom. So we'll move back over here now. So yeah, lucky bit is he's still going to cost us a cheeky little 1. And we shall Hulkbuster as well. Hopefully hit the Human Torch. Hopefully here he doesn't have a Killmonger. If we have Killmonger here, that's pretty upsetting, but we can still make this work. Typhoid Mary. Alright, we have Doctor Strange. That's a bit unfortunate. Now the real question is, do we care about the raft? I don't think we really do care about the raft. We're going to play for Baxter's. Move Iron Fist over here. Human Torch, Doctor Strange go over there. Snap. I feel pretty confident in this. I'm going to snap. Wasn't really a lot to say. We kind of got quite a lot of the movement in with the Human Torch in there. So the only thing really here I think that screws us here is mainly a Killmonger. Okay, let's see what he's done here. 0. Red Skull. That's not enough to win it.
Victory.
So yeah, with these Shuri type decks, when you get enough movement power, you can still beat them. That's one of the funnest things about playing movement. I know we had a few games that haven't been quite the scratch of how movement kind of works. That first game was definitely a really bad with locations, but yeah, you can end up getting heaps of power. Heaps and heaps of power with these cards. So yeah, really, this is, in my opinion, a bit of a underappreciated archetype. So, honestly, give it a go. Alright, so we have Atlantis. I am going to dump an Iron Fist out turn 1. This could be considered a misplay. And fair enough, you want to get me in the comments for it. I'm also playing a movement deck. Okay, this is going to be fun. Alright.
This land is always changing.
Weird World again. I've got 2 Heimdalls. I can't even use 2 Heimdalls. This is stupid. Okay, they got a Cloak. Yeah, they punched Cloak. So the movement's still going to be to the right lane. Central Park, that's a disgusting location. So we're going to move the Skrulls over here. I don't want them over here. Wait, actually. Undo all actions, play that there, move this Skrull. We're going to lead the Skrull to Atlantis. Yes, we will lose the buff for Atlantis. Okay, they played Hulkbuster 2. They've hit their Skrull. We're going to kick the Iron Fist over there to Atlantis. What should end up being more power. Actually, might not be more power in the end. No, it's going to be a little bit less. Anyone see this arrow? There we go. Okay, cool. We're just going to play Craven here. Honestly, this is one of those weird, really, really weird games. I have no idea what's going to happen. I might have to Doctor Doom here. We know he's going to have no Heimdall in the end. We'll play here. Okay, they got the Spider-Man. They got my Vulture. Cool. What is this deck? No wonder he's winning. This deck is garbage. This deck that I'm versing this deck that I'm playing with right now is absolutely, yeah, like he's got all the decent cards. How can I win this? There is no way to win this.
Opponent snapped.
All right, let's think this through. This is gonna have a buff. So this will go to 10. So I can play this here. This will have more power than anything here. We push all this across. It's still not enough, is it? Again, with Weird World, I'd still say this is my deck winning. Because again, we Weird Worlded on turn 2, and look at how his side's going. Absolutely insane. He's got the Doctor Strange here. He's got the Miles Morales. I'm not salty, you are. Anyway, just for the fun, we'll just let it go. I don't care. I don't think there's anything else I can really do. Like, he's just going to drop something over there, yeah. Maybe that stuffed him a little bit. It's to 11 power. I win the right lane. Just. Ha! I managed to get it. Ha ha ha! I'll take it.
Victory.
I don't know, I'm not proud, but I'll take it. I don't know how that went. Yeah. Even with the little tools I do have, I can still manage to pull it out. Thank you, Forge, I guess. But no, Movement Deck is really fun. Movement Deck good. And it's something that will throw a lot of people off in the meta. I know with the Weird Worlds, this wasn't a really good showing, but you know what? You get the idea. You've seen Movement Decks before. This is something you might have a bit of fun with. Go and enjoy it. And I guess we'll do a bit of a deck overview now. Alright, where to begin? We got a few funny locations that game, so you know what? We'll take the wins we get. But the movement deck itself is really good. This is a type of deck that you're going to kind of want to play. A lot of these tools most players are going to have too. It's not going to be really scrounging super hard. Cards like Doctor Strange, Iron Fist, Nightcrawler, Pool 1, Multiple Man Pool 1, I'm pretty sure. Heimdall's Pool 1. So that's already half the deck pretty much. Let alone the Pool 2 cards like, you know, Vulture, Cloak. That's adding more. I forgot even Hulkbuster's a Pool 1 card. So, yeah, you only really need 3 Pool 3 cards. And that's Human Torch, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Doctor Doom. And even with that, I said you can cut Doctor Doom out if you really want. You don't need Doctor Doom. And honestly, you don't even need Miles Morales. I just like it. If you want, you can use, what's his name? Vision. You can use Vision as well. So I was using Vision originally. I just preferred Miles Morales. I feel like Human Torch is a buster. I feel like this is one of those pull free cards you kind of need to have. So if you can, try get yourself a Human Torch. But other than that, this deck performed really well. So your biggest issues with this deck are going to be your locations that you get. So any location where it's, you know, forcing you to only play one card, anything where it's like you can't play cards here, those are going to kind of suck. I know you look at it with movement decks, you go, oh, you're really good, I can move something there, but it's like, you flood the board with this deck. This deck floods the board very quickly. You want space to be able to flood with. So, Squirrel Park, like the one with all the squirrels, absolutely terrible location for this deck. I know you've seen in the last game, we were versing somewhat of a movement deck ourselves, so it kind of counteracted that negative when we both had that disadvantage. But yeah, if you've enjoyed watching this deck, please feel free to like and subscribe. I know I've been off for a little bit. I'm hoping to pump out a few more videos while I'm on a bit of a university break at the moment. So I'm glad to kind of be back here for a little bit. Glad to be putting a few more videos. I have a few more decks I want to put out. And hopefully a few more series also coming out soon. So, as I said earlier, if you enjoyed, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Comment any misplays I made, because, you know, it's always fun to look back and see what mistakes I made. And I will catch you all in the next one. See you later.